Alright everyone, I'm reacting to this video because a few people have reacted to it, but I have a few caveats before we start. Alright? So, I've read the description, and it's I would say it is very cringe fail. Keywords generated by chatgpt. Okay, interesting. Uh, if you would notice, I don't know how much of this is actually things related to the video, or they are just crazy things that will make the algorithm go boom, 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 are sort of misleading. Because is J-Slat dating just a minx is not relevant to this. XQC eating a crayon is not in this video. To my knowledge. I don't think that this is in the video. It's just interesting things here. Another side note is that there's this channel, the MuKitty reaction and eclipse, which anyone who watches and reacts to exposing streamers, they get the full video of them reacting to it. I wonder, and because they are in the chat sometimes, I would wonder if they're in the chat and they ask them to watch it, and then they just record it from there. I wonder, and then they upload that as interesting reaction. And nonetheless, this is interesting too, though, because ASMONGOLD has a better video on his channel because it's actually a bit more longer, because it's actually longer than the video reaction, and it still encompasses some of the topic. Anyways, into the reaction to this. I haven't seen this. I've seen someone react to this, so I'm now going to react to this because the culture of online is the worst it's ever been, and I couldn't care less. So let's listen to this. This video is sponsored by Fantastic. Okay, but like, it's a joke and it's something that's weird, but the point is interesting. Oh, I'm actually gonna edit this video because I don't care to show much of this, because it's a reaction, and I'm not gonna be reacting to most of this because it's stuff like this. I'm sorry, I can't. I mean, you know, everyone at this point should just be thrown into just the core of the earth because they've posted something on Twitter that was bad at one point, and in relation to this probably. No one cares anymore. Well, but then the hypocrisy would be in Ludwig's video. Before that you could have made. It's like people will have these tiny bits of things, and then they'll be like, whatever. But then the second there's a bunch of things, they'll be like, oh, well, look at all these things. But it's like, well, why weren't you looking at that thing then? You know, it's sort of weird how you're framing it now differently because of this. But Ludwig's video is a video that literally tells people about deepfake porn. So it's like, I don't understand the potential difference. Wouldn't you just mock him instead of mocking this as well? But no, whatever. Oh, goodbye. Well, the only time a guy would be doing that is if that was the case, right? Because what be, it like Cutie had made the video, right? The crying video that you're right, and this or and that was before this. I would say, since this is something that happened to her, if the roles were reversed, it would be a man who had been sad and had gotten his deep fakes leaked to him and like had been admonished to be different. You can't put things in a different frame. We understand that, but the context of doing things is still different, right? Like this is a thing that happened, and this is like at the streamer awards for it's the Twitch streamer awards, I believe, not the streamer awards of Mixer, Kick, Rumble, Pornhub, YouTube, everywhere. I'm pretty sure it's just the Twitch ones, and that was a Twitch drama that everyone there was a part of, and joking about that's a cope for that victim of that. So I think that's valid for them. What would you want them to do? Cry again up there, and just you get more clips of it? Like what? It's just so weird. I think it's something that people say. It's weird. I think it's also, fair to say that this is sort of in defense of these people, but these people aren't normal people. They're weirdos on the internet who weren't that. They're sociable, but they're sociable with people who aren't that normatively correct. So it's really weird for them to speak publicly sometimes. So sometimes they're doing their best. So they might not be being as viciously attacking the audience as you might be portraying as. Also, again, in the scenario where it was a man, then wouldn't we then want to also reverse the gender roles of the stereotypes in the world? Like, you can't just make these weird synopsises of things. It's just like, well, if a man said this, no, you said, well, if a man joked about this type of thing, you're changing the wording, though, right? Because you can make a joke about certain things and they could be inappropriate or not, right? So you change the word. People do this all the time. They'll make it slightly similar because it's a topical thing that's subjective of the past of a thing. So it's like, well, they said that this a thing instead of, well, this is what it was and here's the clip. It was like, well, like let's go back right here. What she say? I don't know what she said. What'd you say? What'd you say that? This? Right here? I mean, yeah, fair enough. It's whatever though. Um. Um. Well, but again, you also changed it. An audience full of women. This is an audience full of men and women, but I'm gonna assume mostly co-workers from streaming. So I'm gonna say there might be that little bit there too. I don't know. Everything's a little weird though. I mean, and then if we want to talk about people broadcasting things, well, then we should talk on the topic of how most things that people talk on and stuff aren't exactly appropriate for the age of everything, but they're like, oh, well, this and that and whatever and blah, 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 but whatever. I'll talk in this way, but it's not actually like a way that would be like, let's just say most, well, but then again, that's social, like there's social rules too, right? Like I was like, well, most of these people, if they talked the way they did, they probably wouldn't be holding down on a normal job. Like, but then again, the reason I quit my last job is because the people talked so horribly and stuff and they were let to go away with it. So these people would probably do fine there. No offense, I'm kidding. They talk reasonable, but they're not as bad as other people. But there's a vulgarity in a way of bravado in it and such sometimes. Not these people, but like some streamers and some people, you know, especially like I'll say most Charlie boy with his you know, with his stuff. But it's just a thing. I don't know, man. I think you just gotta like, again, target the whole, you know. You could target a bit better than this, and target a bit more thoroughly, but it seems like a weird, it seems kind of like upset. Like hypocrisy, like we would say hypocrisy isn't linear for streamers because like there's things that they would do that's unethical, but you'd say, oh well, but yeah, but that's like what a normal person would do in that scenario, so it's fine that they do it, right? So like there's certain things that we brush off. So I think certain things it's very hard to frame certain things in certain settings because certain things or certain ways are like there's certain cultures that people have that are more prevalent that they see, and so if they would deem more things more apt in certain situations and such, so some people might not seem to view other things as extreme or in certain ways, right? Like you know, you watch certain people and then they're like, I mean, you know, there's apples and oranges, but there's also like fruit roll-ups and granola bars, and then there's like watermelons and like TV dinners, and then there's steak, and then there's potatoes, and then there's, you know, green beans, and then there's like, you know, spaghetti, you know, pizza, you know, and a burger, you know, and then there's you know, back to the video. It's paused on naked, whatever. But there, that's an argument. That's one of those. That's a fallacy argument. That's a fallacy argument. That's one of those. Oh, I'm just this blah blah blah. Who can I do to this? And I'm just gonna like make an argument of subjectivity of like differentials and weirdness and stuff to like try to make a manipulative argument in some way, right? See, I mean, you can even hear the sarcasm. It's like, really frustrating. I mean, it goes with the tone, right? Because it's hypocrisy, but whatever.
If you want to support this event, this costs a shit ton of money, but it can all be paid back just by getting merch. Chatgpt.gg. There's no sponsor or anything.
Am I gonna be reimbursed for the firearms industry?
And then complained to Trainwreck about giving a 24-hour ban to Aiden Rock for showing poop to his audience.
I mean, that's not related though, because it's money. Again, the money bag, the bag, the bag. People will literally be for the bag, versus though how Trainwrecks and Hasan are basically one and the same. They're just two sides of a different coin. I mean, they both wear glasses. It's just, that guy got headphones on and that guy got a beard. But they're basically two sides of the same coin. Two sides of the same coin. Light and dark. And that's you see here in the middle moderating that. That's a funny one to watch. I like how the chat is blurred, probably because people were... it's interesting how the chat is blurred, because it's Twitch, and you would hope it would be moderated on like other sites. Unless it isn't Twitch. Anyways... back to this.
Changed so much that you think it's okay to show minors porn, right? I don't think that's the case, right? How many days did he get banned for that off of Kick? How many days did Aiden Ross get banned off Kick for that? I just wanted to know. So you didn't ban him? Did he get banned? Did he get banned?
I mean, again, everyone he's a very fallacious arguer,
You didn't advise them to fucking possibly ban the guy for showing minors for a little bit? 24 hours? You think you should get banned only for 24 hours?
Excuse the fires. It's also funny because of the quality, the camera versus them. But anyways.
Showing minors porn. If you think Twitch, how would you react? Twitch literally fucking ban someone for 24 hours only. Now you got porn on your platform. Now you got one of your main poster boys and kids showing porn to minors, deliberately showing porn.
Well, yeah, but I think one of the arguments that could be made by Hasan is we've already tried to make the argument with Twitch about being more family friendly, but they've just can't bother, and they've because of the hot tub section and stuff now, it doesn't matter, and we can't fight back and stuff, so it's a losing battle, so we can't even try now. And Twitch is different. It's like niche. It's like pseudo stuff. It's like we're softcore, but we can't be hardcore. But you showed hardcore, and you shouldn't show hardcore at all. And that's like the issue argument, maybe potential. Yeah, I don't know.
That you know may have actual minors involved in it. Do you think that is worthy, even if it's plus 18? Do you think that's worthy of simply 24 hours? Showing porn minors, even if it's your first, deserves longer than 24 hours?
But when his best friend Cutie does an OnlyFans ad,
On top of that, sign in with your channel. Your favorite streamers are already creating adult content on Fancy.
after a Mario Kart ad for kids, not a single word is spoken.
I mean,
Obscene matter to minors. Any transfer or attempt to transfer such facility to a minor under the age of 16, including over the internet, is punishable under the federal law.
And a free trial of some of our hottest creators.
like the issue here is this. It's a critique of Moist Critical, and there's a critique of Hasan, but this is the critique of nothing right here, because you're not showing the reaction that Hasan has watching this or during this, because Hasan's actually at the awards, I'm imagining, and not viewing this. But I imagine if it's on, I don't know. It's just weird. I don't know. You don't do you know his current reaction to this? Because that's his previous reaction to something he's currently previous on, this recent sort of. So I don't know about this. But let's get into it. I mean, Moisty's just a goofy, wacky boy. He's a little kid. Well, men can criticize men, and men can't criticize women, and then women can criticize men and women. So he's not criticizing women because he can't right here for that because it's the Twitch awards, and Twitch has like the big hot tub streamers, so it's whatever he says, it's fine. It's just a goofy, wacky thing to him because he doesn't see the obtusity in the moment, so that's why he's laughing. But yeah.
The audience is very young. They're minors. They're actually children. Because in the stream title, I believe he had 18 plus there, which I guess is a legal safety net for him to fall back on. So it's still a very fucking creepy and weird thing to do, especially with that audience and on stream.
Well, my question is, how old do you have to be to use Fansly? Or to view Fansly stuff? I don't know. Anyways. Wait, what is it? I never read this before. Moist esports, blah 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 blah. Moist, 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 moist. Yeah, yeah, moist, 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 moist. Moist, 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 moist. Critical, critical, moist, moist. Ludwig! Oh no, we found the word Ludwig in here, and that's what we're coming to. Ludwig. And then we go here. Yeah.
Hi guys, thank you for watching.
And yeah, and that's the end of it. Yeah. So I see this before, and it's like what? It's like you get so close, but then like you don't. It's like you. It's like if I watched this 5 times, I still wouldn't understand a point to take away other than they are hypocrites in some way of porn bad, but they laugh at it sometimes because of them having it's like it's so weird, but it makes sense, but it's also I think one of the ways that gets it to be so good is the editing of it, you know, but still it's so interesting. Like you got that, but the main point is just this is literally the hypocrisy point right here, right? It's like this, but it's like, and then there's the you know, that hypocrisy, you know. So the whole point is
This video is sponsored by but remember, not
this is the point of the video. Nothing the creator does can affect the viewers. But that's like most things the creator does can affect the viewer is because we're being sarcastic. But why aren't we talking about a bunch more things as well? It's fine. I don't care. I'm not upset. I'm just confused. My critical is confused. Dude. Anyways, it's a good video. I'm sure. Sure. I'll subscribe and keep up with whatever the keywords generated by ChatGPT are. Like, jeebus creepers. It's just so wacky. Like, yeah, good tags, yeah, good keywords, yeah, good keywords, yeah, good keywords. I'll copy these for my video. Thank you very much. Clickety, clickety, clack. I'm here for a snack. Copy. See you on the screen. Love you.